Yeah! Let's go, baby. What's going on out there? Born for Sports. Salute, Nick Nation. Salute to the New York Knicks. Salute to my guy T on the show with me.
Yeah.
My guy Danny has joined the show as well.
It's
And
goody.
for
It was
those
goody. Yes,
who
sir.
are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to Born for Sports. And it's going to be an explosive night tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight off this dub, y'all?
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great, man. One more. Job's not finished. Kobe
That's
face.
it.
Job's not
Oh, yeah.
finished.
That's,
Kobe face.
that's true, though.
One more.
Yeah, man.
Job's
No
Definitely.
not
doubt about it.
one more.
Job's
But it's
definitely not
taking
over.
up Wednesday.
One more to get. Look at this. The chat is on fire because they know what we trying to do. Oh, my God. John Crozier, my co-worker, great win. Go got to close the deal now for sure. Yes, indeed. We got to close the deal, John. And we are one win away. We get 3 cracks at it from here on out. And we know guaranteed we got 3 cracks at it. And I want blood. I want blood. I want them
Facts.
done in Boston. I do next game, B. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Shout out to John joining the show. I appreciate you, bro. Clip checking in as always with the salute. What's goody?
Shot passe.
Yes, yes. Leak is in the chat. One
Yeah, Malik.
more.
Kobe
What's
face.
goody,
Malik.
Leak?
Job's not
Yes,
finished.
sir. Hashtag I got us NYK. Clip says, go New York, go New York, go. Job not done, gotta win one. Absolutely. Oh, we're not sleeping. We're not sleeping, but we're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna enjoy this, and we're gonna make sure we see this team close out. That's what we want to see. King said, Leak says, keep fighting. And Eric checking in. Shout out to Eric. Let's fucking go. Yo, man. It's that kind of night tonight, y'all. Yeah. It's that kind of night tonight, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
like,
I'm getting. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Oh, Julius checking in. You're go New York, go New York, go. That's right, boys. Shout out to Julius joining the show. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. The New York Knicks, game 4, and they get the job done. They beat the Celtics 121-113, and now lead the series 3-0. And listen,
yes, sir.
Hey, put them up, T. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and oh, Danny, by the way, before we continue, I gotta love the screenshot profile pic you got there.
Smoking on that Celtics pack, baby. Smoking on that Celtics pack, you heard?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta love it. I gotta give you a shot on that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Man, let's get into the game, bro. I mean, listen, that first half, it was rough.
It was rough.
It was rough. It was 8-on-5. We're gonna talk about that too. It was
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a 3-point barrage from Boston. Mistakes on the defensive end on the perimeter from the Knicks early. They let this guy what's his name in the beginning? White.
Derek White. Yeah.
White.
Yep.
Fans, I'm so hyped up right now. Y'all gotta forgive me.
Good. We had it
White
back.
got off and set the tone early from 3-point range. And you know when that happens, sometimes it can be contagious. And we had some problems in that first half dealing with it, but the Knicks weathered the storm. Oh yeah. Yep. They weathered the storm, y'all. They weathered the storm. They had a lot of issues with not just the perimeter defense, but they had a lot of issues with not getting respect from the refs. They were the aggressive team in the first half and the whole night as well. And they only had 4 free throws, and that happened in the last 40 seconds of the first half. And that, which was ridiculous to me. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay. The Celtics, they chucked up 23 pointers at the half and had double the free throws. So you do the math. You tell me what's going on with that. But story for another day. The Knicks fought back. They fought back, y'all. And you know what they did in the second half? They outscored Boston 69-51 in the second half and got the job done. How y'all feeling about that?
Feeling great, man. I'm glad, especially after the first half and the way we was playing poor on defense. We came back in the second half and just started, matching shot for shot. Especially, the captain put his cape on. He put his Superman. That's the real Superman. Jason. Much respect to Jason Tatum. I hope he comes back from his injury. But you commercial with him playing Superman, but really the real Superman's at the Garden on 33rd and 7th.
The one that wears the cape is Captain Clutch.
Exactly. He's definitely Captain Clutch. So he's a real Superman, But, I know you're probably going to get into this, but, it was a whole team effort,
Absolutely, bro.
Major
facts. The whole team tonight. I'm glad you said that, T.
It was a whole team effort. Also, our defense, don't get me wrong, we played good deep, but they was just hitting them shots, even when it was contested.
It was bad,
I mean,
it was
Tatum and even Brown, like they was just like hitting them, with a hand in their face, So you just gotta live with that, especially when Tatum was hunting for Browns on the mismatches, he was up in his face,
right?
Tatum was up in his face, but we managed, to get the win, and I love it.
Yeah, how you feel about that, Danny? How you feel about that?
I mean, to piggyback off what you off of that, I mean, just angry Knicks basketball, man, is what wins us games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Angry Knicks basketball, and like you said, the first two quarters was ugly. I didn't think, you know what I'm saying? I was just covering my eyes the whole time. I'm like, oh shit. And when they shot them to the threes, I was like, they're gonna go in. They're gonna go in. Because it's like that's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
That's who
They're a
Boston
3-point.
is.
Yeah, that's their identity. 3-point shooting. 3-point shooting. Even Pritchard was off, but I'm saying though, they have a bunch of other guys, on the team that will kill us on the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, I mean, we fought angry Knicks basketball, and we up 3-1, baby. Let's go.
They showed the dog. They showed the dog tonight, baby. They showed the dog tonight because they had it all against them in that first half. And it was almost a carbon copy of how the first half went in game 3. The only difference is that the offense and the Knicks team did not quit. They raised the intensity and they hung around.
Absolutely.
They hung around and they hung around and they hung around in that first half, weathered the storm, and they hit back. They hit back, bro. And I love to see it. It shows they got the dog. They show they're capable of showing it when needed, and we are going to get to it. As my guy T said, this was not just Jalen Brunson. This was a total team effort tonight. And we're going to talk about the whole team, especially when Mikal Bridges in a moment we're going to get into. Okay,
I gotta give him his flowers.
Effort. Yes, on all fronts. Daryl checking in says prayers up to Tatum, but go New York, go New York, go. Yeah, prayers up to Tatum. Prayers up to Tatum. But listen, hey, I'm not saying I'm happy about what happened to him. The Knicks were going to win this game regardless. They had a big enough lead that you would think that they would hold on. And Tatum was having a great game tonight. He had a great game tonight, no doubt about it. No doubt. I think before he left, he had like 42 points prior to the injury. Had a great game. He was the best player tonight, no doubt about it. But when it came down to getting the job done, Jalen Brunson showed who he is, Captain Clutch. And I say it time and time again, we are so fortunate to have this superstar. T, please let him know who he is.
A1. Come on, he's 1A, A1, A100, A1000, A1, A100,000. Come on, bro. Like anybody that doesn't think that Jalen Brunson is not a superstar player, you don't deserve to watch the game of basketball whatsoever.
They should just exactly. Yeah,
don't disrespect basketball me. He is a superstar, and it's proven.
If they don't respect the man by now, I mean, they just hating. Or they don't know ball. It's one of the two.
Plain and simple. They just hating. That's it. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, what does this man have to do to get respect? I mean, he does it all, and he does it and that's when you know you have that guy. When you know when the moments are bigger, he rises to the occasion. When every time we need him to be that guy, he's that guy. And listen, I said it already. He's the best. He's the best guard best point guard in the East. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. You could name whoever you want to name. Okay. You don't, and please don't tell me about Halliburton. Don't do that either. I don't want to hear nothing about how Halliburton is a good player, but he's not Jalen Brunson. Okay. You watch this Knicks team. You watch Jalen Brunson night in and night out. I'll continue to say this. You will see he is the best point guard in the Eastern Conference, and he showed it tonight. Jules says 3-1, baby. They hung in there, though. And Eric says the Avengers assembled. No doubt about it. This was a team effort tonight. They definitely assembled. For sure. The offensive rebounding kept us in the game. No question. We're going to talk about that as well. Just catching up on the chat. Darryl says defense stepped up and second chance opportunities help. No doubt about it. Cliff says, for real, I hope Tatum is okay. He was cooking us like Bobby Flay. I want to beat the Leprechauns at full strength. What I like about this win is that we beat them even though they shot well. Yeah, no doubt about it. Of course,
that's a great point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. Clifford brought up a good point because they were just shooting nonstop, but we just kept coming back at them. So it's like, yeah, brother, yeah, coming back.
They weathered the storm every time. I mean, that first half, it was some close calls where it could have got out of hand like game 3, and they kept getting back up and they kept hitting them back. They kept hitting. That's what I didn't see last game in game 3. They didn't hit back. They just kind of just like, damn, this is not our night. Well, tonight they said, no, we know what's going on. Sooner or later, y'all gonna have to knock us out. And if you don't knock us out, we're gonna do y'all like we did games 1 and 2. This time they didn't need a miracle finish. They just outplayed them in that second half.
You know what, George? They really knew that they couldn't go to Boston tied up 2-2.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to do that. That it would have got out of hand. Like, it was best that we won tonight. And like you said, we got 3 cracks at it. So
Yep. I mean, listen, that's all you can do. They're on the brink. They got all the pressures on them. Yeah. All the pressures on Boston. They're going back home to their building. All right. I expect them to have their best game, whether Tatum plays or not. They're going to be ready to go. Yeah, they're not going to want to get closed out.
Yeah, they got to defend the championship. They have to, they're champions, regardless of Tatum or not. They're champions. So therefore, we are in Boston. Take them out their misery in Boston. That'll be sweet for us to do.
Yep. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let's get into the anatomy of the game. My player of the game.
Baby.
Come on. Jalen Brunson.
Our MVP, baby.
Oh, yeah, of course.
39 points.
12 assists.
Can you read that last stat for me, T? Because I know you're ready to let that go.
How you say it in Spanish? Is it doce, right? That's how you say it? Doce, right? Yeah. See, I know my little son. But,
there you go.
Doce. What is assist in Spanish? Assisto? Yeah, man.
Let's go with that, T. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
We talking T tonight, baby, because some Knicks been putting on them, yo. We talking T tonight. Fuck it.
Yeah. 12 assists, man. All that nonsense that, this narrative he doesn't pass the ball and he's a ball hog and all this. Yo, that right.
That's all BS.
That's all BS. That's just a bullshit narrative that they put out there. He's a scoring point guard, but he's also a willing passer. You just, the players, the teammates got to hit their shots. That's what it all boils down to.
And they were hitting them tonight.
Right. 39 and 12. That's good from a point guard right there. That's more.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
That's what
superstar numbers, baby.
Superstar numbers. That's what a superstar does.
In the playoffs against the defending champions in his building, he made sure, he said, listen, Tatum's having a great game, but we won the game, and you know what? I'm the best player on the floor tonight. And that's what he did tonight. He was the best player on the floor tonight.
Shot.
Yep. And you listen, the turning point of the game tonight is Jalen Brunson's 18 in the third quarter because he really, I think everything turned once they started to make the run because again, when the third quarter started, they was hitting a couple of threes. It kind of was pushing that lead to 13, 14, 13, and then that was it. They went on the run. Brunson exposed White. They exposed what they were doing. You know, White is a tough defensive player, very good defensive player. Okay. All these guys on there, and they went out there, and he got the job done. Those 18 points in the third quarter, that was a statement to me by Jalen Brunson. He said, no, you're not going to do this to us tonight. Okay, you're not going to just bomb us away with three-pointers, and then we just kind of go weak into the night and just say, fuck it. No, we're going to fight. We're going to fight you to the end, and if you let us hang around, we're going to take the game from you like we did in Boston. But this time, it wasn't even necessary. They just took the game. Best performance of the Knicks tonight, man.
Yeah. Yes, another pivotal point is when he got fouled on the three-point play.
Yes.
When Jaylen Brown.
Oh, with the ankle?
Yeah. Well,
was it should have been a flagrant foul, too.
Yeah, the flagrant one, yeah.
It wasn't flagrant. They did call it a flagrant.
What? Did they call it?
Yeah, they did call it. Yeah,
they did. So many calls that they missed that I forgot they called that one.
Because he shot 3 free throws. With nobody behind us by himself.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, but they didn't call it a flagrant though.
No, they did.
They just gave him the 3 free.
No, they called it a flagrant.
Yeah, they did. All right,
they did.
Because we have possession again. We have possession of the ball again.
Because remember, he's
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Because I wanted to make sure because it was just so many calls they didn't make. We're going to talk about that as well.
Oh man.
Yeah, but Danny, go ahead, bro. Finish your point as well.
No, I said, I like that. A lot. He got a supporting cast today. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do by himself. You know, I like that. OG stepped up because OG was non-existent last game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He had an off game last game.
Yeah, and of course, Cat. You know, being aggressive as he is, he just got to tone it down on the fouls. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I was telling you before, George, on your other show.
Yeah.
I like when he's aggressive, but not too aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He overdoes it. And it'll get him in foul trouble early. But like I said, for us to have a successful Knicks win, everybody like Mikal Bridges, Cat, and OG has to score at least 20 or above. At least.
Yeah. Absolutely.
At least.
Absolutely.
For us to have a successful game. But they did it tonight. So.
Yep. Checking in on the chat. Jalen Brunson, a.k.a. Rocky Balboa. Shout out to Big Task in here. Checking in, baby. Let's go, baby. We're feeling good tonight. We're going to enjoy this one. The job's not done, but we're going to enjoy this one tonight, man. For real.
Kobe face.
How you saying, T? Kobe face? There you go.
Kobe face. It's not finished. Kobe face. Right, Malik? Malik, you still listening? You still
I'm sure we heard that one.
That's it.
Joel says out rebounded them 43-31. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. We're going to talk about that. Good observation. Jalen Brunson is the second best point guard in Knicks history. Listen, he is, man. And if it's still a debate, I don't know. You want to talk to me about Mark Jackson? Listen, I don't know. The Knicks have not had a rich history in the point guard position like that. So it is all on the table.
It's been a while.
Yeah. How long have we been searching for Jalen Brunson? Shit, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. And don't none of y'all even dare put a comment about Jeremy Lin. Don't you do it. Not on this show. Anyone knows, I'm shutting that down right away.
Linsanity.
You know what I'm talking about, T. You know what I'm talking about.
Definitely not. No way.
Oh my God, TP Way the Giant checking in. What's good, bro? Go New York, go New York, go. Let's go, team. Let's go. I see you in them videos rocking that Knick jersey. You gonna rock? You gotta rock it for the next couple until this is over.
Yeah, so he got to.
Okay, come on, bro. I need you to rock some Knick jersey love until it is over for us, bro. Bring that good mojo from every angle of this damn USA, brother. Eric says Josh Hart set the tone. We played with urgency tonight.
That's another good point. That's another good point.
Yep. They were trying to put him in foul trouble and all that, but Josh listen, that's child.
Assist though.
That's assist though, not you else. Good shit. PP says the fight, the determination, the grit. I love it. I would like to see us do the small things, free throws, consistently boxing out, and stop with the careless turnovers. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, there's always room for improvement. That is always room for improvement, but it just goes to show you the potential of this Knicks team was capable of. And I have said many times, T has been on the show together many times. I have said that this Knicks team has offensive potential I have never seen on this franchise. And I think tonight was the first game we actually saw it in the playoffs on display from every player in their own role. And that is so encouraging to see, again, especially against a tough team like the defending champion Celtics. Man, this was a tremendous performance. I mean, as a Knicks fan, how could you not be happy tonight, y'all?
Yeah.
Everybody contributed, man.
Everybody.
Even Mitchell Robinson, he came up with some key.
Mitch, yeah.
Yo, Mitch with the key rebounds, man. Yeah.
Yep. And they didn't even hack Mitch tonight. They didn't do the hack of Mitch tonight.
I was shocked
I was shocked by that. Shout out to Missoula, though. Good job.
He wasn't going to risk that tonight.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he did it. Joel says since 5. And yeah, Lin Hu. I don't know that guy. That fraud ass.
Man, we had a couple of point. We had a point guard was back in the day. We had Jason Kidd.
We had Kidd. We had Kidd at the end of his career. We had Ray Felton, who was all right. He was all right. I mean, there just hasn't been a lot there, at all. You know what I mean? Shit. I remember in the 90s and early 2000s, Chris Childs was what we had.
That was Charlie Ward. Yeah. Yep.
And Derek Harper. Don't forget D Hop. D Hop, baby.
D Hop.
Should have been 94 NBA Finals MVP, man. I will stand by that to the death of me.
Yeah.
We'll stand by that.
I think the best point guard, honestly, like if you really from a talent standpoint, this pure talent, I would say Stephon Marbury. But the thing
I was just about to say that. You read my mind.
I was going to say Steph too.
In terms of team, and
talent was as good as anybody.
He was He was amazing, bro. He was amazing.
It just was the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time. Man.
But in terms of accomplishments, you have to go all the way back to Clyde. Like, unfortunately, even though Mark Jackson, you could say Mark Jackson too, but how many years Mark Jackson was with us? Mark Jackson's only.
I think he was with us like 6 years. I think 5, 6, something like that. 5.
So I think you could probably go Mark.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. It's just he was limited. He wasn't really an offensive player like that.
He didn't have that offensive power. But he was a great point guard.
He was a great distributor. Yeah, and he was a
on defense.
Go ahead, bro.
He was a little slow on defense, but it is what it is. They traded him. Who they traded him for? Then they traded for Doc Rivers, right?
Yeah, they traded him for Doc. Yeah, they did. And Doc, he had played like 1 year, 2 maybe. That was it. And he was at the end. Doc was at the end at that time. And
that was a tail end.
Yeah. They went and got D Harp after that. I will stand by that. Derek Harper's tenure as a Knick for the point guard position was as good as any that we had for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's be honest, he was one of the reasons why the NBA really enforced the hand check rule after that, because he was locking dudes up, and the Bulls, Jordan was crying. He was crying a lot about how the Knicks defended him, and then when we got D Harp, he went up another level with it. The hand checking, and then the following year they changed the rule. So I'm never forgetting about that. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Derek only had 3 years with us.
Yeah, he did.
The latter part of his career, I remember that. That was towards like the latter part of his career, because he was with Dallas all those years. Like he was.
He's more known for the Mavericks, no doubt about it. He was a great player for Dallas. He was an all-star for them too.
Yeah. I remember. They traded him, and it was like real emotional. He was crying because it's just like, Dallas was doing bad. Like they weren't like a great team like that. So they wanted to trade him to a contender. They traded they traded him to us, and he did well for us, man, especially in those finals and those playoffs. Ooh.
Yo, he was clutch, bro. He was money, bro, and his defense was unbelievable. And just always hit the big shot. Whenever Ewing was doubled or Starks, whatever, he always came up with a way to hit a big shot late in the game every single time. That was my guy, man. Yeah, man. And I still say it. He would have been NBA Finals MVP if he would have pulled out.
Easily.
Yeah, man. Joel says Kid was on the end of the life. Felton was all right. Yeah. Charles was my guy. Ward was decent. Yeah, Charlie Ward was really a decent point guard.
Underrated.
He was very underrated. He played defense. He was tough as nails, and he could hit the three. His job was never to be a scorer. That was the thing. That's how the Knicks played ball at that time. You know what I mean? But he could hit that three though. He could. Yeah. Heisman. He won Heisman in football for Florida State. Came into the league to become a Knick. That shit was crazy how that happened. I always thought that was just so dope how he played two sports in college, won a Heisman in the NFL, and the college, I should say, chose to skip the NFL and then went straight to the league, and the Knicks got him. That was so dope to me at that time. But hey, it is what it is, man. Yes, Joel says Steph had the talent, but he wasn't a winner. Oh, my sis checking in. Hey, brother, let's go Knicks, baby. Orange and blue skies, baby.
Let's go. Orange and blue, sis. Let's go.
That's right. Every team Marbury left got better. Nets, Suns, Knicks all got better after he left. Well, listen, there's a lot of circumstances with that. I'm only talking about the Knicks tenure. He came to a shit show. Let's be honest, bro. He came to a shit show. Isaiah Thomas had a shit show here. He traded fucking number 1 picks for Eddie Fat Ass Curry. That's not on Steph. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Remember that?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my God.
For Eddie Fat Ass Curry, right? And then on top of it, he signs Jerome James. What?
Oh,
I mean,
he didn't know what he was doing at all.
Drafting Michael Sweetney and shit like that. I mean, it was a shit show here. It was a shit show. You know, it is what it is. You know, it just didn't work out, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to Steph, who has come back to Knick Nation and to Knicks alum.
I love his passion.
I love to see him out there with that energy, bro.
He's working with, and you know he's working with Cat too. You see those turnaround jumpers.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yes. A-Mac checking in. Let's fucking go, Knicks. Come on, A-Mac. I need this energy for you 100. Come on, baby. We 1 win away, man. Accept it that we got a shot, baby. Come on. Let's go, baby. No negativity. Yeah. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
We're going to shock the world, baby.
We're going to shock the world, man. Luckily, the Bulls blew them picks. Yeah, well, listen. I mean, didn't we get Crawford from the Bulls? I can't remember.
Jamal Crawford, yeah.
We got him in free agency too.
Free agency, right? He left them. They came to us.
Yeah, he left.
Shout out to Jamal Crawford as well.
That was another good player we had.
Yeah, he was very underrated. Another tough, just a shit show he came to. Could have been so much better if we had a better team around him, man. Because Crawford played hard, man. He did what he could. Who could ever forget that game-winning buzzer beater in Denver, man? I know I won't.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember one against on St. Patrick's Day against the Detroit Pistons. Remember that?
Yeah, good shit. Good shit, T. That was a good one too. Come on, man. We gotta talk. We gotta talk about Crawford in that light, man. And you know what? I like him when he got his opportunity early in the season to be an analyst. I think the Knicks need to explore giving him some more run, baby.
Oh yeah, he knows the game.
He does, man. Oh, yeah. He does. He did not. He held his own on that telecast. I think he worked one night with Breen, and one night I think he did with Kenny Albert and stuff like that. But he was really solid, man. I think they need to look at that going forward in the offseason, man. For sure. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna address this comment. Yes, Jewels, you're right. Where is Corey and Marino? Well, we know Marino's for fraud. He ain't never coming on here. He's scared to death. He do his trolling and shit talking on his page and on the group and all this other shit.
Are those the Celtics fans?
No, they Brooklyn Nets fans. Corey's the one that time, Danny. You was on the show with me last week. Last time.
The one that was trolling. Oh
Yeah, he
yes,
was the one
yes.
talking about I give up, I give in, the Knicks are gonna do this, and I was like, nah, he trying to do that reverse jinx bullshit.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah. He's one, but at least Corey, I give respect to Corey. Me and T give him respect because at least he faced the music. He talking shit, but he do come on here. He do come
Okay.
on the show.
He take the punches. He takes the
He do.
punches.
He do.
Shit. He talking shit. But you know,
Yeah,
at least he leave comments. He came on the show. Corey came
Mhm.
on the show, what is it, like one time, right? He came on the show and he faced the music, and then he come on and he come on the show and support, leave comments. We go back and forth. So,
Yeah.
we salute him on it.
We salute that. At least he got enough heart to come on the show. He faced the music. He when he feels like talking ball, he talk a little ball when he feel like
Got you. Okay. Gotcha.
The 8-ball Nets. Yeah. And we go, ooh, I'm so glad you said that, Joels. Let me address that. Let me address that for a moment. As Amac says, positive vibes only, baby. One more game. Yes. But I have to address that right there because
8-ball Nets.
I find it so ironic. And T, and everyone else out there on this channel that has listened to this stream all season with me and my guys and me even when I'm solo. And if you're new to the channel, so hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports, man. You're gonna want to keep rocking with me, man, and my people, man. But if you have been on this channel and you have listened to me, I have kept the same energy. I have kept the same energy about Mikal Bridges, about the picks. Everybody want to cry about the picks and all that. You listen, man. He's my unsung hero tonight. Okay?
Yeah,
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
23 points. 7
That's
rebounds.
Huge.
3 assists. And you put Danny, I know you're going to speak on it. How many big shots did this man hit in the second half? How many big-time plays has he made in this series? Even going back to the Detroit series, how many big-time plays and ways he has helped this Knicks team advance to be on the brink of becoming the Eastern Conference final appearance?
He stepped up huge, man. Like it's amazing what he's been doing, man. I told you before I was one of his critics because I've had a love-hate relationship with Bridges. You know what I'm saying?
Fair game.
But as Knicks fans, we know we gotta say, fuck them picks. Fuck them picks. That's what we gotta say. Fuck them picks.
And I told all of y'all, I said, you want to dwell on picks, right? Y'all want to dwell on them 8th graders, future role players and shit?
YMCA
you go ahead
players.
And do that. We'll take the player who's going to help us get playoff wins. You can have them all. And guess what? Look at your lottery luck now, Net fans. What did you get? What'd you get today?
What, the 7th pick now? The 7th pick? Or some shit like that.
The 8th pick. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, y'all. Listen, no Cooper Flag, none of that shit that y'all were talking. No Dylan Harper.
They were dreaming that. They were dreaming that. Yeah.
So go ahead and go drool and hope for role play. Oh, please, let one of them 8th graders be good in like 5 years. Please. Look what I gotta see. I gotta see Mikal Bridges winning games for the New York Knicks in playoff games. The Eastern Conference. Go ahead and have them all. I don't give a shit. Keep the same energy from day one. And now look, on the same night, I find it ironic that y'all get the 8th pick in the lottery, and now we are 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Final. So enjoy. Have all those picks. You can have the teenagers who take the playoff wins.
George, you know what they're gonna say, George. Oh, we're gonna go get Giannis. You know what they're gonna say that.
He don't listen. If Giannis do that, he's an idiot. That's all I'm gonna say. He's an idiot. What are you gonna go there for? You can go to Miami and have a better chance to win. Realistically,
San Antonio's good too.
I was just gonna say that. You go to San Antonio, go play with Wemby. You got a good team over there. Okay,
DeAndre Fox. Everybody's over.
You could go to Houston, quiet as kept, and have a better shot. You go to Houston, they got a nice young team. Okay, that deal could actually work between the two teams if he wanted to do that. Okay, and if you want to come to New York, why in the fucking world where you want to go to that fucking toilet bowl in Brooklyn. For what? You got this kid right here with the incomparable superstar Jalen fucking Brunson, okay, in New York, winning games close to the Eastern Conference Final. We're not there yet. Still got one more hurdle to go, but you got a chance to win with the orange and blue. Why would you want to go to that shit show in Brooklyn? That's not happening, bro. It's not going to happen. So, again, I'm not trying to put down your point, Danny, but I'm just making a point of it makes no sense for Giannis to do that. And if Net fans want to dream, I dare you.
It's like career suicide. Career suicide.
Get him.
Career suicide.
It's career suicide. But let them hope for that. Let them hope for that. They're either gonna, bro. And you know what I'm talking about. They're either gonna hope for the teenagers, the 8th graders, to become all of a sudden a good star out the blue. They're gonna hope for that, right? Or they're gonna hope for Giannis to save the day. Good luck. Yeah, I hope I bet for Giannis because I'm watching it all. Because I'm gonna troll the fuck out of y'all when he don't go there either.
He ain't going there. Why would he?
Unbelievable, bro. Come on now. Yeah. Yes. Fourth quarter Bridges. That's right, A-Mac.
That should be his new nickname.
Fourth quarter Bridges. He's done it the entire series, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, if we really talking real shit, you can make a case that Bridges has been the besides Jalen Brunson, of course, which is on another level. He has been the most important player in this series as far as the production in the clutch, man. Okay, right, and like tonight was a team effort, no doubt about it. But just look at the plays that Bridges has made in Game 1, defensively and offensively. Game 2, okay, he played. He was just an integral role in how we made those comebacks up in Boston. Okay, and tonight he was tremendous tonight, y'all.
Yeah, give him his flowers for sure.
Yep, for sure. And hey, listen, I want to talk about also the rebounding, as was mentioned.
Oh yeah, big stat.
Let's give a shout out to Mitchell Robinson tonight. All right, listen. I be getting on him. Okay, everyone knows
you and me both.
I get on that motherfucker. He gets on my nerves with a lot of shit he do. But listen, I never take away from the talent.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Yeah.
Go ahead. What you say, T? Say that. Go ahead.
Especially on social media.
My God.
He be getting me tight.
Though, you get what I'm saying? Like, you could tell.
Just working your damn free throws, please. Stop posting on social media.
We don't care about none of that shit in your life, about your stupid truck. We don't care about
the truck and the kids.
Shit. Yeah. We don't care about your new
music and shit.
Like, we don't give a fuck about none of that. We don't care. We don't care about your fucking new sneakers. We don't care about in the off season you crying every fucking a couple of weeks in the off season about, oh, they need to unleash me. Look what I can do with your fadeaway jumpers with against air and all of this shit. But when I see you in the games, your ass can't hit a fucking free throw. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Is it me? Is it me? Do you think? Is it me, or you think he's like a little overweight? Like
I actually thought he lost weight, to be honest. This year. Yeah, he looked like he lost a little weight. I think his build was much thinner than last year, which could have led to his leg injuries last year. Yeah, it kind of looked like he lost weight. You know, maybe he's starting to gain the stamina and all of that back since now he's been playing.
Yeah, because the lately he's been out of breath.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll give him one thing. I'll give him. He works hard defensively. He works hard out there. So, hey, huffing and puffing, hey, that's a good thing. That means we know he working. We know he working because tonight he had 5 of his 8 rebounds were offensive rebounds. And let me tell you something, they all were key. All in key possessions, and it all usually led to a big bucket for either us keeping in the game or pulling away from them in this game. And the big lineup worked tonight, y'all. It worked.
Sure did.
What you feel about that, T?
Yeah, the big line. I mean, everybody was screaming for it, you know. But luckily, I ain't gonna say luckily, but unfortunately, George Hart, he got into foul trouble, so he was able to utilize it more often. you know.
Absolutely.
But we definitely kind of like, need both him and Towns out there at the same time, especially when we have, especially when the front court, is big, But we definitely need him for his offensive rebounding. We definitely need him because he's real huge with that. And
Right.
like you said earlier in the show, I was surprised they didn't go to the hack and Mitch. Like not
I was
once.
very surprised, bro.
Maybe like
Not even once, man.
fouled him, but I think they fouled him, but that was just like a regular foul, but they didn't hack him. And I was like really shocked,
Intentionally, yeah.
but I think it was kind of like, okay, I don't want to do that because I don't want to waste any fouls. So I
Yeah,
think
you don't want to put us in the penalty early.
you want to put us in a penalty and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
at the same time, you don't want to, you don't want your players to start getting those fouls because they'll start piling up, and the next thing they're out of
You
the
got
game.
you got to sit him. Yeah,
He probably should have because they weren't calling fouls on their end anyway.
exactly.
dude, it was bad, dude. These
It was
refs are
reckless
horrible.
tonight, T. Danny,
Yeah.
I know you saw what I saw. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro, it
And
was horrible.
yeah, and one thing I did like that pass that that Towns made to
Oh, yeah.
to
Oh, the
Yeah,
alley oop,
on
the
the
alley oop.
right?
to
That was
Mitch.
good.
Yeah, bro.
That was
Yep,
really
yep.
good. I think if they probably need to work on that a little bit more because you know
Yeah.
what, Towns is going to draw a double team.
And he's a good passer, T.
He's a good
Mm-hmm. For a big man
For
too.
a big, right? Danny, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I think it was a pick and roll. Yeah, I think it was like a pick and roll, and then
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it was.
was. It was.
and
Yes.
he just rolled to the basket, and he just rolled to the basket, and he just threw in the alley oop, and he scored.
Yep.
But that'll be real good, down the line if they could, somehow, work that 2-man game between Mitch and Towns, and we can't
Mm-hmm.
depend on Mitch passing the ball. It would have to be Towns passing the ball to Mitch.
And I'm glad you said that too,
Yeah.
T, because that's the way you want to give him those passes in there.
Yeah.
Too many times. How many times have we we talk in the chat or whatever, and we're like, why the fuck are they keep throwing bullets passes to Mitch when he not even ready for them? Number one,
Yeah.
and number two, he ain't even hardly looking for it. He ain't looking for that. You want to give him the you want to give him the right touch passes so he can go and work that. He caught one from Cat tonight, and I believe he caught one from somebody else tonight too. I think it was Brunson actually during the game. Like he kind of penetrated, got to the hole, and then he just fed him, and then he went up and dunked it. Not a oop, but he fed him though. That's what you want to do. You want to give it to him where he has minimal time to think about it, and all he's got to do is grab the ball. Okay,
Grab and score.
Yeah, that's it. You can't expect him to have hands like a cat or somebody like that. That's not who Mitch is.
He's not built for that.
No, he's not. So, yes, that was a good point by UT. That was a beautiful two-man play on that pick and roll. And it just goes to show you they can use this big lineup in spurts to help change the momentum and give Missoula a different look in the game. And also credit Tibbs, he wasn't afraid to go to Precious today either.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
No, Precious was in there for a little bit, yeah.
He was anticipating they were going to go to the hacker Mitch, and he had Precious ready right off the bench when he saw the time Mitch was in, and they put him right in. Shout out to Tibbs on that, being alert on that.
And that's probably what happened too. That's probably what he did too. They probably was going to go to the hacker Mitch, and then once you saw Precious, come off that bench, good adjustments by Tibbs.
Yeah.
What do you guys thoughts on campaign though? I just think dude. It's like he needs to stop shooting the ball. I'm sorry.
My
he needs to stop shooting the ball.
My whole thing with campaign, right, is listen. He's a feast or famine player. That's who he is. But it's too much famine with him. He does not distribute enough for me to favor him running an offense. Those minutes with Brunson on the bench are precious.
They're crucial.
Precious,
you got to take advantage of them, man.
You got to at least be able to tread water and keep us locked in the game within range. You can't be coming down the court. Okay, one dribble. Let me look. Oh, two guys next to me. I'll just put it up and see if my shot's working tonight. We can't do that. We don't need that.
He's horrible, George. He's horrible.
I hate that shit, bro.
He's missed the game one. If it wasn't for him, who knows? Probably would have won 7 games.
Yo, just give those minutes to Deuce,
Detroit,
bro. That's
right,
it.
team?
Yeah, Detroit. He was missed the game. That was like his best game of the playoffs right there. Like, how many points he scored? Like 14 or some shit like that?
Yeah, like 14, and they were big
The
buckets.
teams.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it is, bro. The feast of famine I'm talking about. When he's on that night, he's gonna be a pest, and he's gonna bring good energy for the bench. It's just not enough because he doesn't have it enough. And it's like this: the lows are so fucking low, bro. There's no in between. We can't even get like a regular like 10 points, 5 assists. None of that.
Not even. Nope.
It's either 14 to 14 to 18 points off the bench,
or donut, and 4 turnovers.
He doesn't orchestrate offense whatsoever. He does not orchestrate the offense like
at all, bro.
I don't know why Tibbs keep putting him in. Like, I don't know why.
I mean, you kind of have to because he has experience. He
has veteran experience. That's why he does it.
Experience. He's been in the NBA Finals. He's been in multiple playoffs. So you kind of need. Honestly, he's not. One thing I will say, he's not afraid to take the shot. You get what I'm saying? He won't shy.
That I know. I know.
Yeah.
He thrives for that energy. Like,
one might say, he loved to take the shot.
Bro.
It's a hit or miss situation with him. So sometimes, he come in, he may hit a shot or two, and he'll get the whole crowd into it. He'll get his teammates. You kind of just need that energy, But sometimes, like what George said, like coming down, he doesn't orchestrate the offense. He hit these off balance. He has an awkward shot from the rip, So
he shoots a little weird. He does.
He definitely has a weird shot to him. So it's just like, you just got to take the bad with the good and the good with the bad with him, man. But, thinking far ahead to next year, I don't see him being on this team. I'm sorry. Even if we do initially.
Neither do I.
If he's not on this team, I need to see Kolek. But that's a story for another day. I need Kolek minutes. I'm just saying. I need Kolek minutes. Because I'll see
whose minutes?
I need Kolek minutes.
Oh, of course. Definitely.
We could all agree on that.
Yeah. I mean, I saw when Brunson was injured for those weeks and Kolek was getting playing time, I thought that Kolek outplayed Cam by a mile.
Okay. Was balling, yeah.
And as far as consistency goes as a rookie, because he came in and he knows his job. He orchestrated. He made sure everybody was in the right spots. He distributed. He ran the offense. And the bench all of a sudden had a little better punch. You know what I'm saying? Just by his distribution ability.
Yeah.
And there was a time where I kind of was starting to think like he might have to have him out the rotation come the Detroit series. But Tibbs, he has his stubbornness. He stuck with him. It paid off in game 1. So I'm not going to kill him because it paid off in game 1 against Detroit. It did. But again, the lows, man. The lows. I haven't seen anything from Payne since that game that I can remember that he did anything well. Now, one thing I'll give him, he always plays pesky defense. That is a given. I like that. So I'm not going to listen. I'm fair. When you do good, you do good. You do bad, you do bad. I'm going to speak on it. His defense is always pesky. He's got it. He brings energy, and he's not afraid to stick his nose in there and take a charge and battle. You know what I'm saying? It's more to it than that when you're playing the point guard position, especially when. And another thing, what I don't understand too, fellas, is Deuce has shown signs of waking up, so that you would think it's easier for Payne to say, you know what, let me take a back seat in the scoring role, and let's get the bench guys involved. Let's get Deuce involved. His jump shot is return.
I'm a huge Deuce fan. I wish but Deuce got to get more in the game. They got to play more.
He just got to focus more. You know what I'm saying?
He's got to be consistent.
He did better this series than the Pistons series.
Yeah.
That I will give him.
Yeah, he's starting to show signs, especially in Boston. I thought he played very well. He had some big shots in those 2 comeback wins in Boston. He has some timely shooting. So, let's hope that he's starting to find it, because if we ever get that Deuce back, man, shit. If we get that Deuce back, it's just gonna help the bench, man. gonna help the bench thoroughly, bro. Thoroughly. And it can only go up from there because listen, the weakest link of the team is the bench. Anytime we get anything from the bench, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, this Knicks team is gonna win that game based on how they're constructed with the starting lineup, man. So if we get the old dudes back, man. Listen, it's gonna be a good look, bro. It's gonna be a good look, man.
I got a question for you, fellas. You think, like, since Tibbs likes to play campaign a lot, he likes to put him in instead of him having a veteran presence in the lineup. Why don't you just put instead of Cam, he puts in PJ Tucker?
Nah,
I don't think something. I don't think he will do that because I think he knows, and Tucker would be the first one to tell. He's not a guy you want to rely on for rotation minutes. It's just at this point in his career, he's more of for the locker room. He's more of on the bench. He's like an extra coach out there.
Yeah.
Have you seen like during times he goes to the players, yo, let's go, y'all, lock in. And he'll say, yo, he'll tell Cat, yo, you missed the guy over there. You got to do this. Like it feels like he's more of that player coach feel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he brings that leadership in the locker room, and quite frankly, probably a little grittiness that was needed in that locker room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I can imagine what the practices are like.
Oh yeah, which is a good thing, man. Which is a good thing, and shout out to Leon Rose recognizing that he knew that Detroit was going to be the type of team that was going to test that grit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he brought them in, and it kind of got them helped prepare them, in my opinion.
Yeah, and a lot of us were like, what? It was a head scratcher. Why are we bringing PJ? Why are we bringing Tucker in?
Yo, real talk, T. When we first saw that, we was like, who? What we doing?
Yeah,
what we doing? That's not a shooter. What we doing?
We wanted Moses. What's his name? Moses, right? I was gonna say Moses Malone, but it's not Moses Malone.
Oh, the center. Yeah, the center from what was it? From the G League or whatever. Yeah,
from the G League, and then what's his name?
7-2 center, right? The 7-2.
Yeah, the 7-2 center, and then what's his name? What's his name? Oh man, the small forward.
Oh, the forward that he was getting buckets.
He was getting buckets in the
remember that tournament, the COVID tournament.
Yeah. He was killing. He was killing it. He dropped like 50, something like that. And everybody's like, call him up.
Warren.
Yeah.
Warren, right? Mm-hmm.
PJ Warren, right? That's his name?
Yeah, I think TJ Warren, yeah.
TJ
Warren.
Yeah. So it's just like
TJ Warren, yeah.
What? That's why we are fans, and they are the executives. They know.
They know what they know. Yep.
They know what they're doing. They get paid for big bucks, man. We valid on questions, but as long as they got the answers, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
We on the outside looking in. They on the inside, so they know these players' strengths. They know their weaknesses, and I think even PJ Tucker said it. He was just like, "Yo, when he came here, they weren't like nobody was communicating with each other when it came to everything defensively. It's like, yo, y'all got to talk.
I always like PJ Tucker. His veteran presence is always good in the team.
And that's needed, man. You need a player. Yeah. Sometimes, with the coaches could tell you, but when it's somebody like on your level as a player that's telling you that, then you'll take heed to it more than a coach.
Honest Haslam. Hey, look how many years he helped Miami.
That was another one. Yeah, good point. That's another one.
Much as I hate to say it, because I hate the Heat. I hate everything about it.
He was the one that said, "Oh, the Pistons are going to beat us too." Like, come on,
yeah, that motherfucker.
You know better.
Oh man, I can't wait if the Knicks get one more win in this series, man. If
we
they get
one more win, fellas. We can do it. We can do it.
If they get one more win in this series and shut these haters up, man. I can't wait to fucking talk my shit because I'm coming for them all. I might borderline.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back, bro. Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
I might have to get a couple of blocks on social media because I'm gonna talk some shit to these motherfucking haters, bro. That LOL Knicks shit is this close to being extinct, y'all. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. For sure. You checking back in the
my
chat. He said, Joel says Tibbs has been out coaching.
That's
Yep, he
absolute
has.
fact. That's a
He's done a
fact.
good job. He's done a really good job.
Yep.
I got to give Tibbs to this point. He has done a good job and has really outcoached Missoula. And I don't think anyone could dispute that at all. And if you dispute that, you're just being hard headed. You just have made your mind up on
all series. You notice that, right? All series on the internet, you haven't been hearing anything bad or good about Tibbs.
That's right.
From the usual, Tibbs haters, not people that we know in our little, group or whatever.
Nick circle.
Yeah. Like,
for sure.
Line and everything, the way they've been coming at Tibbs, like, they've been quiet. Like, you're not going to give this guy his roses? And the adjustments, everybody talk about the adjustments. Oh, he doesn't make adjustments. He doesn't make good adjustments. Have you been watching the past couple of games? And nobody's talking about the greatest.
I love it.
I love it, baby.
He's making.
I love it.
Yo. Hello, George, with the memes.
I'm telling you, he's back. He's going to come back after we win on game.
I'll bring him back. I'll bring Tibbs back, yo.
Yeah, he's definitely coming back.
He's coming back. That's over.
Signed a new contract extension in
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think
he signed one.
I think the only way he does not come back at this point is if we lose 3 straight blowout losses and we don't win. Especially if
we lose to the Celtics, yeah. If we lose to the Celtics.
Especially if that's not even 100% that will happen, but I think it will be still on the table. It'll be a discussion if they were to lose this series, especially if Tatum is out for the rest of the series. If they were to do that, then I guess that could come about. But I think
that'll be catastrophic.
But I think he's back. I don't think Tibbs is going anywhere. I think we just about to put that to bed. He has done a good job. First of all, he outcoached Bitcherstaff, okay, in round 1. Okay, just like he did against Bitcherstaff in Cleveland. He outcoached them. That was a given. This was going to be the test, this series. Because Missoula is a very good coach and especially in-game adjustments coach. And this was going to be the test. And he has been the better coach to this point. And if you don't want to recognize that, then that just tells me either you're just a hater or you already got your mind made up. You don't want Tibbs no more. That's just what it is. So unless the man wins an NBA title, you're just going to say get rid of him. That's just where you stand on that. That's the type of time you want.
Yeah.
I'm not on that type of time. I've always said Tibbs is a good coach. I don't want to get rid of Tibbs, but I did recognize that this was a big playoff run to determine that going forward because of the way teams are now starting to do business around the league with their coaches. Look at Denver. They got rid of Malone. Yeah. And look, they were very close to taking a 3-1 lead on OKC last night. You know what I mean? And they're right in the thick of that series. Okay. Memphis, they got rid of their coach, whatever. Teams are not afraid to make those changes, even with winning records. And we're talking about teams that were up there in playoff teams heading into the playoffs, and that happened. So I thought this was a big opportunity for Tibbs to show that he is the right guy for this team. And to this point, he has done just that. So we can just about put that to rest. One more win to get, but it should be no talk about that until the offseason, at least. I don't want to even discuss that no more. He has done the job and he has outcoached Missoula.
I hope he keeps Brunson's pops on the coaching staff.
Of course, Brunson.
Oh yeah, he's I hope he
stays. I hope he stays.
Why wouldn't he? Why would he leave?
But maybe sometimes he want a coaching job. You know, you never know.
Yeah, somebody offers him a head coach.
Offer him something. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any interest in that though around the league. I never hear anything about him being a candidate like that, but more like a lifetime assistant coach. And he's very loyal to Tibbs. He was with him in Chicago. He has loyalty to Tibbs and obviously to his son. So I'm pretty sure Leon Rose slipped him a little. You know, and a little yellow envelope around the holidays. Like, yo,
a few more M's, a few more M's,
a few more M's. See, you know,
a duffel bag.
duffel
you know,
bag.
Danny,
Yeah, that's right.
You know what it is, Danny.
Duffel bag, boy.
Oh man, I mean,
You
can tell there's something there, man. For sure. Joel, I wanted to ask you, what does that mean? You saying Deuce equals Cam?
Deuce equals Cam.
Deuce and Cam are the same player? Is that what you're saying? I don't see that, bro.
No, not at all. They're not the same player.
I don't see that, to be honest, bro. I don't see that.
You gotta elaborate on that.
I think Deuce has the more explosive skill set compared to Campaign. I think Deuce is more. You can get 20 to 25 from Deuce on most nights more than you could ever get from Cam on a consistent basis. So I don't know. I mean, maybe you're trying to say skill set. I actually think Deuce is better off ball, and Campaign should be the guy that should be looking to distribute and get Deuce involved touches. I mean, it's just so simple to see that Deuce is starting to come out of it and contribute, that Cam should be thinking, you know what? Let me try to get this man some touches. Let me try to get him in there.
You would think. Yeah.
You would think. What you feel about that, T?
Say that one more time. I got distracted. Sorry, I was looking at it.
Well, Joel's just said here in a comment, I think he's trying to say Deuce and Cam are the equal players or whatever, maybe skill set. I don't know. And I said, I feel like Deuce has more of a capability of explosive capability any given night of giving you a 20, 25 point game than Campaign does, you know. And the fact that Deuce is starting to come out of his shooting issues and play better, it should be more simple for Campaign to say, you know what? Let me stop coming out here trying to chuck threes and let me distribute more and try to get Deuce involved for the team.
So I kind of understand what he's talking about, even though they're not the same type of player. But you know, sometimes with Deuce, he doesn't orchestrate the offense as well.
That's right. He's better off ball.
Off ball. Yep.
They both have similarities. You get what I'm saying? But because even Deuce, one thing with Deuce, he's going to shoot, and it's the same thing with Campaign. They both are going to. They're shoot first guards, and they both undersized. You can't depend on them to make the crispy pass or the assist, to or whatever. But I'll trust Deuce more to hit the open shot than Cam.
100%.
Absolutely.
Deuce is a little bit more consistent. You know what I'm saying? But then he could go on a stretch.
Okay. He says Deuce is better than Cam.
He said he meant to say Deuce over Cam. Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Got you. So go ahead, finish your point, T. Because I see what you're saying. You make sense with that.
Yeah, because I just think like Deuce can go on a stretch where he's not scoring. Like he could be inconsistent consistently, like over 4 to 5 game stretch where you're not getting that much from him. So even though he said they're they don't mirror each other, he was saying Deuce over Cam, but still
right, yeah,
kind of like the same. You get what I'm saying? But like as he said, Deuce definitely over Cam, but you just gotta pick your poison with whoever's hot that night. You just gotta pick your poison and who's going to hit and who's going to miss. So
yeah, and that's why I love when Kolek was playing regularly, he was actually just being that distributor to help out with Deuce and these guys or whatever. So hey, that's just something to look forward to another time. But let's hope Cam got another one of those game ones in Detroit's coming. Maybe
something's got to give, man. Something's got to give.
Maybe in Boston on the closeout. Maybe. Just saying. It'd be
last shot of the game.
It'd be a good time, Cam.
Oh man.
Cliff says, can you imagine going into game 5? There's gonna be a lot of Knicks fans at TD Garden. Bruh. If we smell blood in the water, we gonna bite. And I totally agree, bro. Bite the fuck out of them. I want blood. And that shit in Boston. I would love to see it. End it in Boston and just send everyone home upset and crying. Yeah, I need that in my life. I need that. I need that.
Just finish it off. Finish it off over there. That's it.
Would be so cool to do that, man.
Yeah,
but listen, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. They're gonna be ready to fight. No doubt about it. They're gonna be ready to fight. They got a lot of pride over there. You know, they're the defending champs, man, for a reason. So, you know, they're gonna find a way to try to see if they can still. So
now their head honcho is hurt now, so it's like they're gonna come at us now.
I don't know I don't know if there's any report on his availability or how bad the injury is for Tatum, as he got hurt late in the game. But all I'm gonna say is, hey, don't take them lightly, Knicks. Don't take them lightly. Go out there and take care of business. Don't take them light. Don't give this team hope. They're defending champs. They got that pedigree for a reason. So when you got your opportunity, you better stomp on that neck. That's all I'm gonna say. The Man Cave checks in. Shout out to the Man Cave. What's goody, baby? Man, let's fucking go Knicks. Knicks in 5. And that shit in Boston Wednesday night. Oh, man, your lips to God's ear, brother. Your lips to God's ears. I hope we can do it, man. I hope we can do it because I want to see
my fingers, man.
Whew. What you say, Danny?
No, I'm just crossing my fingers. I just want this shit to be over with already.
Yeah.
I just want this shit. It's been a fight. It's been a fight with them, man. It's always a fight with them.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, it's been they've been our kryptonite all this time. So it's like now that we have this 3-1 lead, we have to stomp, like you said, we have to stomp on the neck. Don't let go of the gas. Just keep pushing, keep fighting.
Yeah.
Just kick the ass in Boston and end it. That's it.
They always say the toughest games to win in a playoff series is game 1 and the fourth game.
And the fourth game, absolutely.
Those are always the toughest ones to get, especially when you got a team and when you got to go on the road to go end them. So listen, Knicks can't fuck around, man. They gotta take care of this.
Yep.
Can't play with our food.
No, don't play with your food. Yep. And on top of that, I think Indiana's probably going to end Cleveland the next game. I think they play tomorrow. I think that series.
I would love to face Halliburton again so bad.
Yeah, so Indy looks like they're going to take care of business. I think Cleveland's done. They are showing they are frauds, and I was never afraid of them. I said it. I was never afraid. I said this series, Boston is the one that is going to determine how I look at the Knicks going forward, because I always felt like we matched up better with Cleveland because of the style of play they play compared to Boston. So listen. And Boston just had our number this year. We just looked terrible against them basically every game. For whatever reason we had players missing in some of those games. Whatever the case, the results are the results. We didn't look great against Boston. You know what I'm saying? We didn't look great against Cleveland, but more so for other reasons. So I always felt like, hey, if we could get past Boston, man, look out. And look, Cleveland's already showing their fraudulent ways again. It is what it is. Now Donovan Mitchell's hurting now. That's just about a wrap. So listen, I don't want to have Indiana have too much rest ready for us, because they're a deeper team than people give them credit for, and they can be explosive offensively. So
they're like the similar team as the Celtics. Don't you think? They're like the same team, basically.
Somewhat. They don't take as many threes as Boston, but they got a up-tempo offense that wears you out, man.
Yeah, they do. Their offense, man.
It's up-tempo all the time with them. So, and if they get it now, I will say their defense is not as strong as Boston or Cleveland, so that helps us as well.
Okay.
But we got to be ready to deal with that, because if the shot's not falling, the Indiana's the type of team that can run you out the gym because of how much they just up tempo you to death and stuff. So, and with we got some banged up players. So, hey, the more rest to heal up, the better. So let's end it. Let's end it. That's the way I'm looking at it, man. All right. So before we close, I just want to also mention a couple of players we got to talk about before the show is over. As we said, this was a total
good shit, cat. Good shit, cat.
Yep.
Right. This man has been getting disrespect from the refs night in and night out.
Yeah.
Okay, night in and night out. The refs have done this man dirty. They allow him to get hacked all the time, gets no calls, and then when the man gives effort on defense, they call bitch calls on him. And I'm not here to say, Cat's a great defender and he doesn't mess up also in other plays because he does. But when he gives effort, I just feel like he doesn't get the same reciprocation when he is under the attack that he should. And that pisses me off to the light of me. And let's give this man some credit, because before the explosion of Jalen Brunson in that third quarter, Cat was keeping us in this game with his scoring. And a solid double-double tonight.
Props to you, Cat.
With a broken finger. How about that?
Say that again?
With a broken finger. How about that?
Yeah.
And on top of that, yeah.
And let's be honest, he's been playing with this for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the national media is just catching on to something we've seen this whole time. You know what I mean?
He's playing hurt.
He's been playing with that injury the whole time. He's had some knee issues during the season as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Cat is showing that he's got some grit in him. He's got grit.
That soft label that's been placed on him since Minnesota.
The zesty label. The zesty label.
Why did they do my man's like that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
These videos are horrible. Horrible. Oh my God.
Bro, when I
they're
saw that,
killing my man, bro.
Oh God.
Yeah. Why did you all my man? Yo, when I saw that.
Yo, the zesty Cat videos are fucking hilarious.
You know what I'm talking about, y'all. That?
Yeah.
Bro, when I saw that.
Oh man, yo.
I was just like,
Cat, we love you, brother. We love you, bro. We love you, bro.
And I had Celtic fans coming to me at my job, like, yo, did you see that? I'm just like,
oh, it's fucking hilarious.
25 though. That's all I could say. I couldn't say nothing.
Yo, double, baby. Successful double.
Just the zesty shit is just got
the zesty's of.
All right. We gonna forgive you as long as you keep dropping that 23 and 11, baby. Keep dropping that 23 and 11, bro.
Just do that for us, please. Please. That's all we ask.
That's all I ask, man. Because I'm like, yo, man. I'm like, come on, man. Why we gotta do my mans like that? Like, come on now. Because obviously, when we're seeing the play live, we ain't seeing that angle of it. He's just trying to avoid getting a foul call. He had like 4 or 5 fouls at that moment.
They literally did the top 5. They did the top 5 zesty moments. I was like, oh,
of course they hit him. They catch him in a zesty pose, like
the zesty pose. Yeah. yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, bro. But listen,
we gotta enjoy this, man. We gotta enjoy this, man. We gotta enjoy this, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Cat, man. I mean, just a big time performance. Stepped up when the team need him, man. And he was determined tonight to not let the refs stop him and keep him out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
He impacted the game. He actually really did pretty good defensively, besides a couple of typical hiccups on drop coverage and shit like that at the 3-point line. But I thought for the most part, he was a willing defender. He contested. He made things hard for the other team as best as he could. And that's all you can ask, man. You know what I mean? Yep. So shout out to Cat on that performance, man. And also OG bounced back from that bad game last week.
Yes, he did. Big time.
Key buckets, couple of 3-pointers in that fourth quarter when we were kind of trading haymakers with Boston back and forth. We would go up 4, then they'll close it to 1, or they'll take a 1-point lead. We were kind of hitting them rights and them lefts, going at each other, taking jabs, and he hit a couple of big threes. Shout out to OG Anunoby. Now, listen, he's done a great job against Tatum in this series. Today was Tatum's night. He had a great game tonight, Tatum. He had 42 tonight, but it wasn't the lack of effort of OG. The defense was good tonight. But, Tatum,
I'm glad his hamstring was a little hurt.
That scared him. So
bro, I was like, oh.
And that's another reason why I want to end this series as soon as possible too, so OG can rest that thing, because we all know his health history, and It was a good sign, though. He came back in the game, so obviously
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
And he wasn't moving gingerly, so it was a
Yeah.
good thing.
It's a
He
good
wasn't
sign.
hampered. He wasn't hampered. Maybe he just kind of tweaked it, or
Maybe
a cramp. Maybe hopefully a cramp. I don't know, but
Possibly that's what it was. Yeah.
what you said, T?
Yeah, I mean, I think we both said at the same time it was probably a cramp.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping it was. And shout out to OG, man. He has some big shots, man. Big time shots, man. So yeah,
Props to OG.
for sure. So that's going to wrap up the show tonight, y'all.
Yes, sir.
And it's been a great night. It's been a great night as the Knicks have beaten the Celtics 121-113 and now lead the series 3-1 and a 1-win away, folks. 1 win away from advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, and let's hope we can get it, because if they do, it's going to be
orange and blue skies tomorrow, baby. Orange and blue skies tomorrow, baby.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, we're gonna enjoy this one. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. The job's not done, folks.
No,
job's not done, and we got one more to get. But the Knicks have put themselves in as best of a situation as possible. They now have 3 opportunities to get one win, and all the pressure's on Boston. They have all the heat on them. They're going home. They're gonna have a spirit effort. They're gonna fight. The Knicks got to be ready to match it like they did tonight and take care of business. I smell blood, and I want blood. End it early. Don't play with your food, like my guy T said. Don't play with your food, Knicks. Take care of business. Any closing words from my guys? We'll go one at a time. Danny, any closing words, bro?
Like you said, man, we got 3 chances to get this done. Let's just get it done on Wednesday. Don't play around. Let's just get it done, get it over with, and then we play possibly eventually will be Indiana. So let's get it done, and let's just enjoy this. Let's just enjoy this win, boys, and orange and blue skies, baby.
Orange, blue skies, baby.
Blue skies. You know what? Get them done. Take them out their misery on Wednesday. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals, will be at the Garden on Saturday or Sunday.
Can't wait. Your lips to God's ears, folks. I see we got one last comment for the night. As you all said, hashtag ended in 5. No doubt about it, brother. No, finish it in Boston. No doubt about it.
Can I do one more? Can I do one more hashtag?
Absolutely, brother.
Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks. Next. How about your night tonight? I hope all you Knicks fans that love hating on my Knicks, talking about those picks, talking about, well, we got those 5 picks. Look at Mikal Bridges. Y'all stupid. Thanks for the picks. Enjoy it all. Enjoy your 8th pick in the lottery. Your losers stunk for nothing. No Cooper flag. You're not going to get one of the top 3 prospects. Good luck with that. And now you get to, and the best part, you get to watch Mikal Bridges help your enemy, your hated rival, take them to hopefully the Eastern Conference Finals. Sleep well, Net fans. Sleep well.
Night.
So that's gonna wrap up the show tonight, man. That's gonna wrap up. Let me see. One more comment.
They're sneaking them comments in. Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna wrap it up tonight. Before we go, I just want to say thanks to everybody joining the stream. Shout out to Knick Nation and shout out to those New York Knicks taking care of business, grabbing that 3-1 lead. And for those that are new to the channel, I ask one thing out of you for tonight. Smash that subscribe button, folks. Smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports, because guess what, folks? I talk all sports and not just sports, New York sports.
Make sure you follow my boy. Follow my boy, all right?
Yes, for sure. As you can see, big time Knick fans here. This is the show for you. If you're a big time Knick fan, whether you're an OG Knick fan like us, whether you're a new Knick fan, whether you're just a Knicks fan that just
We
loves
welcome everybody. We welcome everybody.
Exactly, and you just want to come and talk with real New York Knicks fans that talk the nitty gritty that you talk about with your fam, your friends, your barbershop. This is the channel you want to stop by, folks. And also, I talk New York Giants football. Schedule release coming up in 2 days.
Real soon, George. Real soon.
For sure. You know I'm on it. I'm locked and loaded, Danny. You know me. We talk New York Giants football here. I talk New York Mets baseball. I talk New York Yankees baseball. Big time Met fan here, but I talk about the Yankees as well. Hey, the Subway Series is coming this weekend, folks. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The New York City about to be buzzing on every level.
Subway Series this weekend?
Yeah, bro. This weekend.
You see the hat I got on.
Yep. Team neutral, right, team?
He's the
sort of kind of, right? I get it.
I'm more of a Yankee fan than a Met fan, but you know what?
Yeah, I know.
It is what it is. If the Yankees
I know.
Series, I'm trust me, you know, growing up in the Bronx, you know, we saw all those World Series won by the Yankees, but I wouldn't mind seeing win. You know, I experienced both World Series, '86, you know, with the Mets.
And, I'm starving. I'm starving for one. Shit. I was a kid. Bro. I only remember the World Series. I don't remember nothing else. I was a kid. Yeah, I'm starving. So, yes, folks, we talk it all here. New York Mets baseball, New York Yankees baseball. I talk New York Jets football. I talk bum Brooklyn Nets basketball. I talk about whatever you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Shout out to T. Shout out to Danny. I appreciate y'all coming on the show. Shout out to Nick Nation. And shout out to those Brooklyn Net fans that are going to cry so well tonight.
Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks, baby. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Knicks, baby.
Good night, boys.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
Knicks in 5.